Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening. This is Travis Salisbury. I'm the author of Defender, Scottish American Fairy Tale, and I wanted to show you my new cover design I have for this is the standard edition with the extras. This is the lightweight edition without. So I have a new cover design for the books. However, the main meat and potatoes of this event is my new Minibook edition. Upon receiving some complaints that this book was too big at close to 700 pages, I made the tactical decision to split it into 4 pieces on a 5x8 book template. So perhaps these ones might be more retailer friendly, because I guess some people are kind of intimidated by big books. So these books are not so big. These first 3 volumes, the blue, yellow, and red cover, books 1 through 3 are about 275 pages apiece. The gray cover, book 4, non-fiction, is exactly that. That's where I have my mother and I's life story and sort of our mini bio and some other kind of a documentary of my journey in publishing. It's not as easy as it looks on TV, folks, but it can be done. Anyways, so this is a very slim book. It doesn't even have any spine text. It's only about 125 pages, roughly. However, this is some of what you get. A lot of about me and my mother, and what we went through on our shared journey together. It's a journey I now walk alone because she passed away from ovarian cancer about a little over 2 years ago now. There's the poems and scriptures I wrote for her after she died, and etc. And here's my 36 or about 30 page roughly essay I wrote for in support of single payer health care. Oh yes, and then I wrote a little dedication for each of the fellows, the guys in my family. Dear Father Jeffrey, this book holds the souls of 3 generations of Clan Smythe writers. Treasure like a brick of platinum, and thank you for reminding this cynical, jaded old dark-sider to look for the lighter side of things and to seek out the shining pony in the middle of the horse poop with love and faith. Your son Travis, dated March 5th, 2017. So anyways, this is a nice, handy little set. I'm really hoping these turn into my big sellers. These ones will actually fit in the smallest of hands, so don't be afraid to get it for the small-handed people in your life. No offense to some people with small hands in high offices. So anyways, then here again is my standard. This is the standard book with all the extra stuff in it that it's kind of been the source of some controversy for me. But, you know, what I say about controversy, you know, if you don't face it head on, there's never any change. So, for this, I wrote, Dear Brother Connor, this book holds the souls of 3 generations of Clan Smythe writers, treasure like a brick of platinum, and thank you for reminding me to be more human-like and less of a judgmental, temperamental hothead, which I used to be. With love and faith, Brother Travis, March 5th, 2017. Yeah, I think these new covers for the, you know, the standard and the lightweight editions look, you know, pretty fabulous. They've kind of got the you know, the all-American Wonder Bread bubble look. Fortunately, also reminds me a bit of the MasterCard. I hope I don't infringe on any trademarks there, but I don't think I stole their design. I just thought it looked cool. Then, oh yes, here's the other Minibook set I got for yes, my Uncle Brian. Yes, I got creative on this one. Dear Uncle Brian, this book holds the souls of 3 generations of Clan Smythe writers, treasure like a brick of platinum, and thank you for your off-the-wall humor, including, but not limited to, Cheney ham sandwiches, time for hat Daisu, free footlongs for Jared for life, and simply being Uncle Brian. With love and faith, Nephew Travis, March 5th, 2017. But I really do recommend, if you have a problem with the idea of buying a big book, to consider this Minibook set. Yeah, they're beautiful little books. Anyways, yes, these first 3 volumes there are $10 a pop on Amazon. Sadly, this little gray edition I have to sell for $20 a pop because it has color photos in the back of it, and we all know color printing costs an arm and a leg. That's just the way it is. It goes about, 2 to 3 times the usual cost of a black and white print, unfortunately. But anyhow, yes, I think you'll like the pictures, though, if you're willing to cough up the extra dough. Okay, I know how amateur I don't have my stuff together, but anyways, yeah, you can actually see a lot of these same pictures on my Defender site. However, if you want to, see them in print, it sort of gives you a different experience. So there's, my tattoos and, Mother's pictures and her headstone. Grandpa Norm, who succumbed to his battle with diabetes and Parkinson's back in 2011. There's the nuclear mushroom cloud. There's me still emoting my grief over his death and my mother's death in December of 2015. There's a little Christmas bear with mother's pictures. And there's the cancer crab, the elephant and the donkey butting heads, the wearing cancer ribbon. There's my old kitty cats and my new kitty cats. There's some old pictures of Grandpa Norm and Mother Janet, from back in the last century. There's a picture of me from back in the last century. That would be 1986. The same year Mother Janet was an editor at Myrtle Point Herald. B-52 bomber. And here's the Scottish tour guide. Keep calling him Scottish. Don't keep calling him Scottish. Scottish restroom. Castle Kilchurn. Eileen Donan, which is actually in Defender, as are these ketch sailboats. The Scottish Knight, the Highlander Warrior Woman, the Scotland Shield Crest, the Scottish Simpsons, and here's the weapons, which is part of what got me in trouble with the publishers. I wanted them on the cover. They said no. You know, nobody likes to be told no. I mean, nobody. Alright, here's the firearms. Yeah, mostly 9mm, but there's some other things. A couple of rifles and a shotgun. And here's the baseball bat, the bow staff, and there's the sais and tonfas up there, and some various knives and stuff. Alright, and then we're into the last part here, which is the various cover designs I've had. And that was my original ebook cover design I had back in September of 2016 with the crossed claymores and inlaid 45s, but the powers that be weren't too happy with it. And I tried to appease them by moving the weapons off of the flag, as I guess some people were offended by having stuff laid on the flag if no harm is meant by it. And these two are the original covers I had for the standard and lightweight editions. However, on professional advice, I was told they were kind of clunky looking and not very artful. And here's a couple of experimental cover designs I played with that ultimately never published because the font was too weak and didn't show up very well on the colored background, is what I was told. And I had these more basic cover designs for a while, which I like the two-tone aspect of the two-color aspect of the cover, but it just seemed too plain and boring to me, so I thought I could do a little extra, and I went to this site called Canva. They specialize in do-it-yourself book covers. So yeah, a little bit better than what you find on Amazon, but so give them a try if you're not happy with your design work at Amazon. So these are the new covers here, standard lightweight edition, and here's the covers for the new Minibook set, blue, yellow, red, and gray. And that is the end of the book. And anyways, down here, yes, at the end of all my books, I've got links to my blog, my two blogs, one for me and one for the Defender book, and my YouTube channel, and the various videos I made so far for promoting this book. So anyways, yes, thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching, and good night, and I hope you go to Amazon and look up Defender Scottish American Fairy Tale books 1 through 4, and buy my mini book set, and yes, hopefully you'll enjoy. Thank you and God bless. Good night.